Good afternoon, students. Topic for today is equal employment opportunity. Equal employment opportunity means that there must not be any discrimination against any employee in the organization related to certain characteristics like race, gender, color, creed, age, religion, or disability. Instead, every employee should be treated equally by the employer, ignoring the above characteristics of discrimination. Equal employment opportunity means when an organization is free from any kinds of exploitations, any kinds of preferences, any kinds of unethical things that they may use in their organizations for managing different employees, treating different employees differently on the basis of their religion, age, creed, color, gender, treating that differently in spite of their performance. That matters the most in today's time. Or in general sense, we say when there is a discriminations, why these characteristics are also included. You should not have differences whether it is male, female, whether it is Hindu, Muslim, whether it is of any race or any characteristics, or having an unequal treatment which is done by many organizations. So such kind of characteristics should be ignored when there is an equal employment opportunity, treating every person that is in the workplace as equal. So it is, if equal employment opportunity in the employment will not be followed by the organization, then the workplace of the organizations will get compromised, and ultimately the growth and development will get negatively affected. So that is what the consequences that an organization has to face when it does not follow such principles in their organizations in terms of equal employment opportunity. When it makes a discriminations, exploitations, such kind of results may be, or organizations growth and developments will be negatively affected. That's the result consequences which an organization has to face when it does not fulfill or does not comes with such kind of requirements. Dictionary meaning of equal employment opportunity refers to the principle of non discrimination policy from the viewpoint of human resource management. Equal employment opportunity refers to protection given to employees against workplace discriminations with reference to perks, promotion, career advancement, etc. So, meaning of equal opportunity means when an organization or a system is free from any exploitation on humans, right? Treating everybody equal, that is protection to every employees. There is no discriminations in terms of workplace or perks, promotion, or other benefits given to the employees. So the term equal opportunity also refers to protection of an employee's civil rights or in fundamental rights of a citizens, that is well protected. It also enables all employees fair access. Next topic is workplace diversity. Workplace diversity has another connotations. It means meaning. Also today employees have to maintain and develop diverse workplace which would provide variety of experience. So for an employer who is recruiting different people across different place, comprising of different religions, comprising of different race, creeds, caste, color, gender, such kind of differences. When an organization attracts, then an employer has to maintain this diverse workforce, which would provide a variety of experience for them. Equal employment opportunity provides equal treatment to all employees irrespective of their caste, class, religion, culture, or place of birth. It gives equal chance to all the employees of the company in getting benefits like insurance, disability, compensation, accommodation provided by the company, upward rise in promotion, perks, loans given by company for purchasing house or vehicle, etc. It is explained in terms of other perks, fringe benefits given to an employee apart from its salary. Why it has been given to employees to just develop the standard of living or providing the better future for their children's, them, their companies, because they believe their employees are also the assets of my companies. When they will provide a better facilities to these people, in return back will enhance the productivity and a growth of organization. So what an organization is requiring the same characteristics from their employees, so organization in return gives certain facilities to their employees, so because of that employees will not leave their organizations. So that is what the objective an organization is having. No doubt in both the stages an organization is also benefiting out of the employees in terms of profit, and employees are also paid in terms of salary to their work given in the organizations, and better facilities are given in extra terms. So the objective of equal employment opportunity and anti-discrimination policy are to provide fair and equal treatment to all the employees working in same industry. As per the capacity and qualifications, all employees are entitled for equal amenities, means different facilities which is being provided. Right? We say every organizations may be having different structure, every organizations might be having different system, but yes, one thing is in common, that they know how they have to treat their employees to better sustain their future or to better growth of a company. Right? So if a company wants a better growth, then in that terms it has to make a specific arrangement for their employees. Right? So as per the capacity and qualification, all employees are entitled for equal amenities, prerequisites, and they should be free from any discriminations. The most importantly, they should not be discriminated of any kind. Otherwise, it may endanger or it may have a negative effect on organization's growth and development, which no organizations may think in their dream should be there, because they believe that organizations should be running with a brighter futures, with a brighter profits. Right? So that is the most important objective of any organization: further growth, further diversifications, or further investment in another sectors, leading to a company to a new milestones. So it is possible in today's time right, for by an employer, that they should be better treat their employees. So equal employment opportunity may be described as without any caste, religion or any kind of differences, when organizations is ready to work and it is ready to give facilities to their employees. Under these circumstances, equal employment opportunities objectives may be fulfilled. Non-discrimination and equal opportunity policy. Fundamental rights under Indian Constitution guarantees liberty to work to all citizens and also guarantees equal pay for equal type of work. So equal type of work, government has made a act was also been passed under that minimum wages act, minimum wages and salaries act, that was been passed by the government for the purpose of providing minimum wages to or deciding minimum wages given by any employer. So it guarantees fundamental rights and under Indian Constitution guarantees liberty to work to all citizens and also guarantee equal opportunity to work to all citizens without any discrimination. Now, another topic that we will discuss today, that is on preferential hiring. Preferential hiring is a system under which employers agree to hire only union members as long as the union is able to fulfill demands for workers. So it is an important topic in Ethics and Corporate Social Responsibilities, chapter number 5. Preferential hiring is a kind of a system through which, right, an employers are agreeing to hire the person from the union, right. So as far as the demand of an organization is concerned, if union is ready to fulfill those demands, then it is very clear that unions may be permitted to hire any persons for the organizations. So preferential hiring means it is an kind of a mutual agreements which is been, so it is an agreement between union and the respected organization. So the purpose of preferential hiring is to get qualified employees who have been taken into confidence by the union, so that the chance of misbehavior, manipulation and fraud can be curbed to a certain extent, and the benefit of which can be provided to the organization as a whole. So it is a kind of system of filtration or filtering those people who are not qualified for an organization, which does not possess a specific qualities, which may be a fraud personalities, or which may not be talented, but it may be apart from that. So risk is also been there, right. So proper necessity policing, a person coming for the job may give the related answers or should possess related qualities, then only employers may recruit or hire a person, right. So recruitment, it is done on the basis of union and the employers, both mutual arrangement is there. Reason for preferential hiring. What are different reasons for preferential hiring? First one is recruitment without discrimination. Recruitment, when being conducted by union, will be without any bias. Therefore, neutral employees without any kind of discrimination of race, caste, creed, age, gender or nationality can be recruited, and equal rights can be provided to the employees. Second one is competent recruitment, right. With the help of preferential hiring process, competent staff can be recruited. Competent means which are possessing certain qualities, very easy, right. The qualities which we are looking, it's there in our employee, it's there in that person who has given or submitted their CV or basic details or an interview, right? So it is competent recruitment. We recruit or we want to recruit those people who are really eligible for our organizations. We are not going to recruit those people who are not eligible for our criteria. Our criteria should be followed. If you does not possess or does not fit into our criteria, you are ready to go, leave the organizations or leave this interview. So competent recruitment is been possible for those people who really are possessing certain skills. Third one, to reduce labor turnover ratio. Labor turnover ratio means it is generally been seen high. Why? Because an employee may not know about organizations, its principles, how to work, right? So in advance, the people will be taught about organizations' basic ideology, principles, and when they are recruited at that particular time, they are at a level that they at least can speak for 5 to 10 minutes about their organizations, right? So it is important that in advance the employees may be knowing before recruitment, right? So it is possible to reduce labor turnover ratio. Labor turnover ratio may be reduced because when you try introducing your employees, right, before the recruitment is been taken place, there are training organizations which are especially looking for such kind of recruitments. Then fourth one is to protect the basic right of the employees. If the preferential hiring is adopted by the organizations from the union will take enough care of the employees recruited by them that the basic right of the employees get protected expectedly. Therefore, the employees who get recruitment through union will feel confident about the protection of their rights. To protect the basic right of employees. So every employee working in an organization may or possess certain basic rights, and that right they should be able to ask at any period of time during their job, because they are ready to work in the organizations following certain principles, certain guidelines. So to protect the basic right of the employees. Fifth one is to maintain uniformity. Preferential hiring will provide uniformity in the recruitment, promotion, retirement, dismissal process in the organization so that the discriminatory concerns in the recruitment gets avoided. Sixth one is security of employee. While recruitment is being done through the union, they will cover every aspect of the employee's right, including the security of employee. While recruitment is being done through the union, they will cover every aspect of the employee's rights, including the security of their employee. Therefore, while the employees are recruited through preferential hiring, they will feel safe while working about the job guarantee which enhance the efficiency and productivity of their work. So if it is an union recruitment, or if recruitment is done through union, then union may be training their employees or the people who join a union. They train them for specific organization's characteristics or should fit into an organization's characteristics. That is a specific requirement. So security of employees, right? Therefore, while the employees are recruited through preferential hiring, they will feel safe while working about their job guarantee which enhances the efficiency and productivity of their work. Seventh one is enforcement of the labor laws. Preferential hiring will inspire the organization to follow the labor law adequately because it is the pressure of the union on them to do so. By doing so, every benefit that should actually be realized to the laborers can be passed on to them and the discriminatory practices can be curbed up to considerable level. So enforcement of the labor laws, right? So preferential hiring will inspire organization, right? So it is we say union may pressurize organizations at many stages. They would remind about different labor laws, right? So specifically unions are being made to protect the rights of uh, every employees, their rights, right? It's given to them. There should not be any kinds of injustice just to them. So at many stages it happens that injustice may happen to an employee in terms of its salary, wages, or other perks given to them. So under that circumstances, it is possible that an organizations may be able to take help from union. They recruit through preferential hiring. They recruit those people who are known, who possess proper identifications, who possess proper skills and characteristics to work in the organizations, right? So that are the advantages of preferential hiring.